Part 6 of The Watsons by Jane Austen. It was a partnership which could not be noticed without surprise. It gained her a broad stare from Miss Osborne and Miss Carr as they passed her in the dance. "Upon my word, Charles, you are in luck," said the former as she turned him. "You have got a better partner than me," to which the happy Charles answered, "Yes." Tom Musgrove, who was dancing with Miss Carr, gave her many inquisitive glances, and after a time Lord Osborne himself came and, under pretence of talking to Charles, stood to look at his partner. Though rather distressed by such observation, Emma could not repent what she had done. So happy had it made both the boy and his mother, the latter of whom was continually making opportunities of addressing her with the warmest civility. Her little partner, she found, though bent chiefly on dancing, was not unwilling to speak when her questions or remarks gave him anything to say, and she learned by a sort of inevitable inquiry that he had two brothers and a sister, that they and their mamma all lived with his uncle at Wickstead, that his uncle taught him Latin, that he was very fond of riding and had a horse of his own given him by Lord Osborne, and that he had been out once already with the Lord Osborne's hounds. At the end of these dances, Emma found they were to drink tea. Miss Edwards gave her a caution to be at hand, in a manner which convinced her of Mrs. Edwards holding it very important to have them both close to her when she moved into the tea-room, and Emma was accordingly on the alert to gain her proper station. It was always the pleasure of the company to have a little bustle and crowd when they thus adjoined for a refreshment. The tea-room was a small room within the card-room, and in passing through the latter, where the passage was straightened by tables, Mrs. Edwards and her party were for a few moments hemmed in. It happened close by Lady Osborne's casino table. Mr. Howard, who belonged to it, spoke to his nephew, and Emma, on perceiving herself the object of attention both to Lady Osborne and him, had just turned away her eyes in time to avoid seeming to hear her young companion delightedly whisper aloud, "Oh, uncle, do look at my partner. She is so pretty." As they were immediately in motion again, however, Charles was hurried off without being able to receive his uncle's suffrage. On entering the tea-room, in which two long tables were prepared, Lord Osborne was to be seen quite alone at the end of one, as if retreating as far as he could from the ball, to enjoy his own thoughts and gape without restraint. Charles instantly pointed him out to Emma. "There's Lord Osborne. Let you and I go sit by him." "No, no," said Emma laughingly. "You must sit with my friends." Charles was now free enough to hazard a few questions in his turn. "What o'clock was it?" 11. 11, and I am not at all sleepy. Mamma said I should be asleep before 10. Do you think Miss Osborne will keep her word with me when tea is over?" "Oh, yes, I suppose so," though she felt that she had no better reason to give than that Miss Osborne had not kept it before. "When shall you come to Osborne Castle?" "Never, probably. I am not acquainted with the family." "But you may come to Wickstead to see Mamma, and she can take you to the castle. There is a monstrous curious stuffed fox there, and a badger. Anybody would think they were alive. It is a pity you should not see them." On rising from tea, there was again a scramble for the pleasure of being first out of the room, which happened to be increased by one or two of the card parties having just broken up, and the players being disposed to move exactly the different way. Among these was Mr. Howard, his sister leaning on his arm, and no sooner were they within reach of Emma than Mrs. Blake, calling her notice by a friendly touch, said, "Your goodness to Charles. May dear Miss Watson." End of part 6.